Let's look at this example of our ratio and proportions question. I got this example from the Certificate Mathematics book, 4th edition by A. Greer and C.E. Lane. It's from page 26 of that book. Some very good examples are in that book. Now, I made a little modification to the question, added on a few things to it. But it says two amounts of money are in the ratio 8 to 5. If the second amount is $1,200, A, what is the first amount, and B, what is the total amount? All right. Now, it says that the money is in the ratio 8 to 5. That means the first amount is the 8 part, and the second amount is the 5 part. Now it says the second amount is $1,200. Now, one strategy you can use is to say, if the $1,200 is divided up into 5 equal parts, what is the size of each part? Now, when you know the size of one part, you can then tell what is the size of 8 parts by multiplying it by 8. So, what you want to do is cut 1,200 into 5 equal parts, right? Now, 1,200 divided by 5. Let's do the division here. 5 into 5, and 5 into 12 goes 2 times and 2, 5 into 24, and then 0. So each part is 240, right? So you can see that. Now, if each part is 240, how much is 8 parts? So 8 times 240 is what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to multiply 8 by 240. Alright? So you say 240, 8 times it. 80084 is 32. Bring down the 2, carry 3. 8 2 16 17 18 19. $1,920 is what I'm getting here. So with this method I get $1,920 for the answer. Alright, let's take another look at this. It says the two amounts of money are in the ratio 8 to 5. The second amount is 1,200. So what you can do is say the second amount, concentrate on the second amount right now. So you have a line and you divide the line into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 equal parts, because it says 8 to 5. You want to know what is the size of each part. So when you divide up the 1,200 by 5, and just as we got a while ago, 5 into 12 goes 2 times and 2, 5 into 24, 0. So you have 240 for each part. 240, 240, 240, 240. All of that makes up the second part of the money. And each part is 240, because if you add them up, all 5, you're going to get back the 1,200. Now the thing is, you want to know what is the size of the first part. Now let's redo this thing. Down here we need more space. So far you know that the size of each part is 240. So you have the second part divided up into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 equal parts. And you know that the size of each part is 240. So it's 240 for this section, 240 for this, 240, 240, 240. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts, 240. And all of this makes up the second money. Alright, everything here makes up the second part of the money. Over here is the first part, and it consists of 8 parts. The first part of the money consists of 8 equal parts. So what you have is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 equal parts. Now, each of the 8 equal parts and each of the 5 equal parts is the same size. So right here, for the first part, you have a 240 here, 240 here, another 240, 240, 240, 240, 240, 240. So all of this makes up the first part of the money, and it's cut into 8 equal portions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, with each part measuring $240. So what is the total amount for the first part of the money? It's going to be 240. Instead of saying 240 plus 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 240, you just say take the 240 and multiply it by 8. So you have 8, 0, 0, 8, 4 is 32, bring down the 2, carry 3, 8, 2, 16, 17, 18, 19, 19, 20, 1920. Alright? So that's another way of looking at it. Alright, now let's look at part B. It says, what is the total amount? Now you have 2 ways you can do this. If the first part of the money is 1920 and the second part of the money, as you were told already, is 1200, then you just add them up. 0 and 0, 0, 2 and 0, 2, 9 and 2, 11, bring down the 1, carry 1, 1 and 1, 2 and 1, 3, $3,120. So you have $3,120. That's the second part of the money. I mean the total amount of money, not the second part. Total amount of money. Another thing you can do is, if you look at this, you have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 parts. And you could also add the 8 up here and the 5, you get 13 equal parts. Now, if you have 13 equal parts and each measures $240, you just multiply 240 by 13. Alright? Let's see if we can find some space to do that. 240 multiplied by 13. 300, 3 4 is 12. Bring down the 2, carry 1. 3, 2, 6 and 1, 7. Alright? 100. And if you review multiplication of large numbers, You notice I put the 0 here because it's really 10 by 0 you're talking about. It's tens column, ones, tens, 100, 144, 122. So 0 to 7 and 4 is 11. Bring now carry 1, 2, and 1, 3. So again, you have $31.20. All right. So you can use the line and divide it up when you're doing ratio, you're calculating ratio questions, or you can do it directly without using numbers. Without drawing these lines. So basically, again, you have two amounts of money in the ratio 8 to 5, and the second part is $1,200. You want to know the first amount. So if the second part of the money of the share, the second part of the share is 5 and it amounts to $1,200, then you divide the 1,200 by 5, and then you realize that each part of that money is 240, and the first part of the money is 8 equal parts, and each part is the same 240. So you multiply the 240 by 8 to get the total amount of money. $240 times 8. It means you have $240. So you get $1920. Then for the total, you can add the 1920, the first amount, to the second amount of $1,200. Or since there is a total of 13 parts measuring $240 each, just multiply 240 by 13. Alright, good. So we'll look at another example in a different video. I'll see you.